My name is Tola Adikana. I was 24 years old. I had just finished National Youth Service. I had 300,000 naira in unpaid school debts and a mother who needed urgent surgery. So when the email arrived offering me a billionaire's personal assistant job at 5 times the normal salary, I cried with joy. The mansion was on Banana Island, behind tall stone walls and massive iron gates. The taxi driver refused to take me past the second checkpoint. He told me to walk the rest of the way. He told me to be careful. He told me places like this swallow girls like me who. I laughed nervously. Mr Adeolu Bankole met me himself at the Grand Marble entrance. He was 45 and devastatingly handsome. He shook my hand firmly. His grip was cold. He smiled charmingly. His eyes did not smile with his mouth. He told me his wife was traveling abroad. He told me I would be living in the staff quarters. The staff quarters was a small private suite at the back of the mansion. Soft cream walls. A queen-sized bed. A private bathroom. Better than any place I had ever lived. Mama Blessing, the old house cook, brought me dinner my first night. She did not speak much, but she looked at me with very sad eyes. Mr Adeolu called me to his private office the next morning. He explained my duties. I would handle his schedule, manage his calls, organize his business documents. He paused. He looked at me with strange intensity. Then he told me one strict rule. I must never enter his wife's bedroom on the 3rd floor. Never. Mama Blessing found me in the kitchen later that afternoon. She did not look at me when she spoke. She just kept stirring her big pot of stew. She told me to listen to Mr Adeolu carefully. She told me to do exactly what he said. She told me that obedience kept girls like me alive in this house. For the first 3 weeks everything was normal. I worked. I organized his files. I answered his calls. I ate dinner alone in my suite. I called my mother every night. I sent her money for her surgery. I told her the boss was kind. I told her this job was a miracle. I almost believed it myself. On the first Friday of the 2nd month, Mr Adeolu came to my suite at 6 in the evening. He carried a long beautiful white box wrapped with a black silk ribbon. He placed it on my bed silently. He told me to open it. He told me to put on what was inside. He told me dinner was at 7 sharp. I opened the box slowly. Inside was a stunning emerald green silk evening dress. The fabric was heavy and expensive. There was a small note attached. It read simply, "This belonged to my wife. It will fit you. Be downstairs at 7 exactly. Wear the matching pearl earrings. Do not ask questions." My stomach turned cold. I wore the emerald green dress. It fit me too perfectly. As if measured for my exact body weeks before I had arrived. I wore the pearl earrings. I styled my hair the way I imagined his wife would have done. I looked at myself in the mirror. The woman staring back was not me. I was wearing a ghost. Dinner was in the formal dining room. Just the two of us. Crystal chandeliers blazed above us. Mr Adeolu wore a sharp black tuxedo. He stared at me throughout the entire meal. He barely touched his food. He called me by another woman's name twice without realizing. Her name was Eniola. I did not correct him. I returned to my suite at 10 that night completely shaken. I removed the dress carefully. I hung it back inside the white box. I placed the pearl earrings in their velvet case. I sat on the edge of my bed staring at the wall for an hour. Something was very wrong in this house. Something I could not name yet. I called my best friend Fola the next morning. I told her everything. She did not laugh. She did not dismiss me. She told me to start documenting everything from that day forward. She told me to take photos of every dress he gave me. She told me to research the name Eniola Bankole. She told me to be very careful. Every Friday for 3 months a new white box arrived at my suite. A red silk dress. A black lace gown. A royal blue cocktail dress. A cream silk slip dress. Each one fit me perfectly. Each one was followed by a strange intense silent dinner. Each Friday Mr. Adeolu called me Eniola at least twice. I kept documenting everything. Fola found something terrifying in her internet research that 3rd month. She sent me a screenshot of a missing person report. Eniola Bankole, Mr. Adeolu's wife, reported missing by her own family 2 years ago. Mr. Adeolu had told the police she was traveling abroad. Her family did not believe him. The case had gone cold quietly. I cornered Mama Blessing in the laundry room the next morning. I begged her to tell me what happened to Eniola. She was silent for a long time folding clean white sheets. Then she finally spoke. She told me Eniola was the 7th wife. She told me 6 personal assistants had come before me. None of them ever left. I went back to my suite shaking. I locked the door behind me. I opened my growing collection of white gift boxes one by one. I checked every dress. Every pocket. Every fold. Every hem. On the 7th dress, the cream silk slip dress from week 3, I felt something stiff hidden in the inner lining. I used my small nail scissors carefully. I cut a tiny opening in the silk lining. I slid my fingers inside. I pulled out a small thin leather journal. It was worn from years of handling. The initials EB were embossed in gold on the cover. Eniola Bankole. I had just found her hidden private diary. I read the diary all night without sleeping. Eniola had been his 4th wife. Not his first. The previous 3 wives had also disappeared mysteriously over 12 years. She wrote that she discovered the pattern. She wrote that she found his secret room on the 3rd floor. She wrote that she planned to escape with proof. I called Fola immediately at 6 in the morning. I read her 3 key diary entries over the phone. She started crying. She told me to leave that house immediately. She told me to come straight to her apartment. She would call the police herself. I told her I could not leave yet. I had to find the proof first. Mr. Adeolu left the mansion at 9 for his weekly board meeting. He would be gone for exactly 4 hours. Mama Blessing was at the market until noon. The other staff had Saturdays off. I had the whole house to myself. I climbed the white carved marble staircase slowly. I was finally going to the forbidden 3rd floor. The wife's bedroom door was at the very end of the 3rd floor hallway. The diary had mentioned a hidden brass key taped underneath an old wooden side table. I found it exactly where Eniola had described. My hands shook as I pulled the small cold brass key free. I walked slowly toward the forbidden door. I reached the forbidden door. I slid the small brass key into the cold brass lock. It clicked open softly. The sound felt deafening in the silent hallway. I pushed the heavy wooden door slowly inward. The smell hit me first. Stale perfume. Old dust. And something else underneath. Something faint. Something rotten. I searched the bedroom carefully. Inside the tall mahogany wardrobe were dozens of identical white gift boxes. Each one labeled with a different woman's name and date. Chinyo. Amoka. Fonmi. Adis. Patience. Kemi. 6 names. 6 dates. The dates matched the disappearance reports Fola had found in her research. 6 previous assistants. All gone. Behind the row of gift boxes I saw a hidden door. A small low servant's door cut into the wardrobe back panel. The diary had warned me about this. The secret door led to a small hidden cellar room beneath the mansion. The place where Mr. Adeolu kept what was left of the woman he loved too much. I called Fola immediately from the hidden cellar stairs. My voice was shaking too much to whisper. I told her I had found a secret passage. I told her to call the police now. Right now. I told her to send them to the Banana Island address. She begged me to come out and wait. I refused. I had to see. At the bottom of the stairs was a small concrete cellar room. Cold. Damp. Lit only by my phone flashlight beam. I saw a wooden table. On the table sat 7 identical small jewelry boxes. Each one labeled with a different name. Inside each box was one single human tooth. Carefully cleaned. Carefully labeled. Carefully kept. I heard footsteps above me on the 3rd floor. Heavy, careful footsteps. Mr. Adeolu had returned home early. He was walking slowly toward the open wife's bedroom door. Toward the open wardrobe. Toward the open hidden cellar door. Toward me. I had nowhere to run. I gripped my phone and the diary tightly against my chest. Mr. Adeolu appeared at the top of the cellar stairs. He looked down at me calmly. He smiled gently. He told me I was the most beautiful one yet. He told me I reminded him so much of his real first wife. He told me he had been collecting them carefully for 16 years. He started walking down the stairs slowly. I did the only thing I could think of. I lifted my phone and pressed the red recording button. I lifted my voice loud and clear. I said his full name. I said the date. I said the time. I said the address. I described the 7 boxes on the table. I described what was inside each one of them. The Lagos police arrived 11 minutes later. Fola had called the moment she heard fear in my voice. They arrested Mr. Adeolu inside the cellar with all the evidence still on the table. They found Eniola's body buried in the back garden. They found 3 other bodies beneath the staff quarters. He confessed to all 7 murders within 48 hours. My mother got her surgery 1 month later. Mr. Adeolu was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. The 7 families of the murdered women got justice and proper burials for their daughters. I returned to school. I became a victim advocacy lawyer. Sometimes the most terrifying door you open becomes the door that frees everyone else.